Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Baseball Card Live. How to ship and list baseball cards on eBay using Card Dealer Pro 2.0. Today's date is Thursday, March the 14th, 2024. Welcome to the show. Be sure to check out, if you're looking to buy baseball cards, be sure to check out my eBay store. It is GB eStore on eBay. We have 30% off when you buy 3 or more baseball cards. Check out my eBay store, GB eStore. You can scan the QR code shown on the screen, or you can click the link in the description section below, where it will be gbestore.com. It will redirect you to my eBay store. That will help out the channel a whole lot. Later on, toward the end of the show, surprising news of a signing by the Atlanta Braves. As if you do not know, I'm a longtime fan of the Atlanta Braves since 1974, and that was when Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record back in April of 1974. I was in first grade. So we got some news on that. We'll look at that at the end of the show. But what we want to look at now, I've got about, I believe around 4 cards that we're going to ship out. I'm going to show you how I do it. You may have another way of doing it, and that's fine. But this is how I ship. I'm going to do about 4 cards and then go through all that process of shipping through eBay. And then we will look at how to list baseball cards on eBay using Card Dealer Pro 2.0. If you're looking at maybe what I use as far as supplies and stuff, or you'd like to try Card Dealer Pro 2.0, I have the links. They are all in the description section below this live stream. Now, if you sell on eBay as well and you'd like to leave the name of your eBay store, be sure to do that either in the chat if you're watching live, or if you are watching on the replay, you can put it in the comment section below the video. And now, without further ado, we're going to start shipping some baseball cards that I sold today. Let me go to full screen here. And what I'll do, the first card that I have is from the 2023 Topps Stadium Club. Got those toward the end of the 2023, and I'll show you exactly what we got here. Let me pull that up. Let me get all the personal names that bought it out of the way where you can't see that. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, this is the card. It is a Mariano Rivera, as I said, 2023 Topps Stadium Club. It's card number 118. And what I usually do, I know some people do not wrap the cards, but I insert a packing list, and then I will put the card inside. I will also tape it down. The reason I tape it down, I used to not do that, but I had a return that they had moved and it was sent back to us through the post office. And I had about 2 cards on each side. And when I got it back, all the cards went down to smooth all the way down to the right side. So that's why I started taping them. And the card is in a penny sleeve, and then I will put it in a card saver one. Card saver one, like this right here. And what I normally do, especially when there's more than one card, just to make sure we got enough room in there, I'll take some card dividers like this right here. Let me get where you can see it there, like that right there, and I'll get about 3 of them, and then I'll kind of fit that in there, put it down all the way, and it'll kind of spread it out a little bit. So if you got like 2, 3, sometimes you can get 4 thin cards in there. So I'll do that and make it a lot easier to get in where you won't damage the card. And I'll put that in. And then what we'll do is I'll put a little Scotch tape, or you can put the blue painter's tape, so it won't get out of the card saver. Just gives a little bit where the corners won't get damaged in shipping. And then I'll put it when I'm just using one card saver one, I will just kind of tape it down a little bit so it won't move. And I've had real luck. I know a lot of people that I see have a lot of problems with the eBay standard envelope, but I've had pretty good success. I started really doing it, I guess, back last year in April. And the only time I'll get a card back is usually like if they changed addresses or something like that. I've gotten less than, we probably had about 5 or 6 to come back in a year, which I think is pretty good. I've never had one where they would charge you extra. Like I know a lot of people have issues with the post office, but it's been very helpful. But one thing I do is it's like when you weigh it, if I put it on my scales, which I think it's fairly accurate, but just to be on the safe side, like if it comes up and it's right at 1 pound, I'll just mark it as 2 ounces instead of 1 ounce, just to be on the safe side. And I've never had any come back where I need extra postage. So you surely don't want your customer to have to pay that extra postage. So that's how I do it. I know some may not think maybe that's going too far, but that's just how I do, where I don't have to worry about did I have enough. Sometimes if I'm not sure, I'll go in the post office and just let them double check on the weight. And on this Mariano Rivera, I know when I scanned it, I didn't flip it, so it's kind of hard to see that. So what I want to do, let me go to full screen so you won't see their name. And we will go back there. And I will create a label for this order. This will be shipped out tomorrow, the 15th, Friday, the 15th. And let's print that label. I know a lot of people do the bulk shipping labels, but I just do it when I do the order. That way I know I didn't make a mistake. So change that to the label size and print that. And that's all you do. It's kind of, I know a lot of times when you have a whole lot of orders, it can be time consuming. But I may be slower than some, but At least I like to do it where I know I didn't make a mistake. And I know I go to the extreme, I guess, but I kind of put a little bit of tape on the edge there, just so when they put it in that machine, that that part that might be just happen to stick up doesn't get caught. So that is done that. Of course, the label's on the other side. I won't show you the address, but that is for the Mariano Rivera card. Let me go to our next order. Okay, and it is, I'll let you see it here. Scroll this up. Go live there. Okay, we've got a 2023 Topps Heritage, the high number 100. I know when I got these orders in, I thought it was really good card, but I got, I can't remember how many hobby boxes I bought, but I got a lot of this particular card. But I've sold a good bit of them. It's the high number 100 of Roger Maris on the left and Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees on the right. So I will do the same thing. Let me get the packing list. I will fold that up again. And be sure, just joined us. If you're looking for baseball cards, I'm getting kind of close to about 10,000 listed. Some of them have a higher quantity than one, but I'm pretty close to about 10,000. When I started using Card Dealer Pro, that's helped make it a lot quicker to list cards. Okay, and I'll do the same thing. Kind of spread out the card saver one, make it just a little bit roomy, and then we will put in this insert card, Roger Maris, Aaron Judge. Then once again, put a little tape. And we'll put it inside the packing list. Okay. Got that done, and make sure I got the right thing there. It's ready. We'll put it inside a thing here, and let me go to back and print a label. Let me go back to full screen. Okay, do that. And of course, with it's 1 ounce, since it's just one card, shipping it on Friday the 15th. Go ahead and print that. And there we go. And we'll add just a little bit of tape there. And I'll tell you one thing about, there are some pros and cons using the eBay standard envelope. I think one of the main problems is how long it takes to get to the customer sometimes. And a lot of times, sometimes it doesn't actually get the tracking number. It's sort of a tracking number. Sometimes they don't really track it where they say it isn't really where it's at. Sometimes when they say it's delivered, it may just be at the post office, but it may take some extra days, and sometimes it'll just get lost. And a lot of times the customers may not be, they're wanting it right then, and it seems like they want a refund because they hadn't got it. And then once you try to get them to wait a few more days, but then usually when you finally give in and give them a refund, it seems like it's the next day they get it, and it's not much you can do. When you're doing low end baseball cards, it's not that bad, and it's not going to be that much that you're going to lose. But if you do a whole lot of them, it can add up. But fortunately for me, we hadn't had too many problems as compared to a lot of other eBay sellers. I'm very fortunate that where I live in our Northwest Arkansas, that our post office that we use is we hadn't really had any issues. So we're thankful for that. Okay, the next card that we're going to be looking at is a Roberto Clemente insert. It's the let me go to that, let you look at it. Okay, that there. So Roberto Clemente, it is a 2024 Top Series 1, the Grand Gamers Roberto Clemente insert card. I did take a best offer, and I did that. Usually the higher price ones I will offer best offer, and here I'll make a little bit, but not a whole lot. You kind of have to give and take a little bit just to move the card and make a little bit on it. Some of the better insert cards, or maybe it's like a short print card, you can make a little bit more on that to kind of offset some of the cards where it might be a little bit low ball. You really don't want to take it, but it kind of all works out in the end. So sometimes you have to do that. So that's a Roberto Clemente card. We'll do it just like we did the other two. Take the card saver one and kind of spread it out a little bit. And put that card in. Then we will put just a little bit of tape. And put it in our packing list here to protect the card even more. I encourage, even if you don't send the packing list, I know a good percentage of the sellers do not, but I mean, I always like to kind of protect a little more, and might as well do it with a packing list. So that's what I do. Just in case, it might get on a rainy day. Just gives it a little bit more protection for things not to go wrong. Okay, let me go back to full screen and I'll finish this label here. This is on the Roberto Clemente insert card. Put that in there. Change the date. Friday the 15th. And we will print that. Okay. And we will put the label on our envelope. Put a little tape. I will say in doing this, I do go through a good bit of Scotch tape, but that's just part of doing the business. The envelopes that I use is a number 10 with the adhesive backing that you can just pull off. That really comes in handy. And if you're looking for some envelopes, I do have a Amazon link in the description section if you want to see where I get mine. And those are affiliate links. I will make a little small commission if you do happen to click on that link and place an order through Amazon. Any help would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay. That's 3. Now we got one more to ship. And let me kind of bring that up. Really appreciate you stopping by and watching the video, or if you're on the live stream right now, really appreciate you stopping by. Last one we will look at. It is from the 2023 Bowman Draft. It is a first Bowman card. And this is the paper. This is not the chrome. This is the paper. It's Bryce Eldridge, San Francisco Giants baseball card. We've been selling a good bit of late from this 2023 class. Sold a lot of the real good cards. So if you are interested in getting some of the first Bowman Draft in the paper cards, Bowman, I've still got just about most of them. I actually purchased about 4 sets. I've put 2 of the sets on eBay. I'm kind of holding on to 2 sets for hopefully they'll go up in value in the next few years. So I've got a Bryce Eldridge first Bowman that we will be shipping out. Let me get my packing list folded. If you're just joining us, looking for baseball cards, be sure to check out my eBay store. It's GBE Store on eBay. If you'll scan the QR code that you see on the screen below where you see the Bryce Eldridge information of the card that we're shipping out, just below that, there's a QR code that will go straight to the page on our eBay store where you will see all the baseball cards that are 30% off when you buy 3 or more. You can either use that QR code to scan it, or you can go to the description section and you can click on the link and it'll take you right to it. Any help would be appreciated. Okay, we've got that card in the card saver 1. And we will put it in the packing list. Been really selling baseball cards. Had a great February, and March is looking really good. I just pre-ordered some, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. It'll be coming out toward the end of this month. Topps Big League. There I go. There my brain starts working. Topps Big League. I ordered 4 hobby boxes. That'll be in. I think it's supposed to be released on the 27th. So hopefully within a couple of days after the 27th, I will be listing those if I get them in time. I use Blowout Cards. That's blowoutcards.com. I always try to pre-book. I can get it a lot quicker that way, where I can beat a lot of the sellers and try to sell a good bit of what everybody's looking for, especially the inserts. Okay, let me go back to just me here, and I will finish this order. Just need to print the label. Change the ship date till tomorrow, the 15th. And then we'll print the label. And those will be the 4 cards that we'll do live here. Print that. And then a little bit, I'm going to list a few cards. Kind of show you how I do it on Card Dealer Pro 2.0. Everybody has their way of doing it. I have mine. I don't go as fast as some others do. A lot of them will like to scan them where they can do a whole lot. I don't really do it that way. I kind of like to feed individually, where I know the cards don't get bent or anything through that process. But I mean, you can. I mean, if you get the really good scanner that goes really fast, I mean, you can do a whole bunch of cards that way. But I always like to, I like to have my cards in order where I can kind of, when I list them, I can kind of make sure everything's correct. That's just how I like to do it, where there's not any mistakes done. That would be my fault. Okay, that are the 4 cards. That's how I do it. If you're new to listing cards and shipping cards on eBay or using Card Dealer Pro 2.0, I hope this will help you. So those are the 4 cards. Now what I want to do, let me get to here. Go where you can see it. And what I'm going to do here, let me put this, don't need the Scotch tape anymore. I am going to list some cards. I believe I've got, let me count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 12 cards. They're the 2024 Topps Series 1. They are the Future Stars, And what I'm going to do first, what I normally do, I will scan them into, I will use my Epson ES402 scanner. This is one of the, if you're on a budget, I would probably recommend a scanner like this one. But if you are looking, one I got was actually a refurbished one. I've got a link in the description section below of the one I got. Then I've also got the really cost a little bit more, but you get the bang for your buck on it, because it will scan a lot of cards really fast. Eventually, I hope to be able to purchase that one. But as I said, I don't go really fast, so I really don't need it right now. But if you're trying to upgrade and get a little bit better scanner, you want to list a lot more cards faster, I would get that. I think the brand used to be called Fujitsu. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but I believe it's under the name of Rico now. I've also, if I'm not mistaken, got a link in the description below where you can buy it on Amazon. Or you can go to carddealerpro.com, and it's got all the ones that they recommend. So either one. But if you do use one of my links, I will, and you purchase one, I do receive a small commission. That would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Now let's get ready to scan some cards, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to let you see the cards as they scan. Just kind of have to try this. This is the first time I've tried this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I believe that should be coming up. Might be just a tad delay. There we go. That was the first one. And there we go. That got all the 12 cards scanned. And what I will be doing, I will be putting these in a card sleeve and top loader to store in my boxes. I'm going to do that first. Do that as quick as I can. Got a Yuri Perez from the Miami Marlins. And a Grayson Rodriguez from the Baltimore Orioles. And that's get that here, get my mouse. It's that one there. And then a Bo Naylor from the Cleveland Guardians. Hope you enjoyed the background music. It is provided by creatormix.com. I have a link to that if you have you do YouTube videos or live streams. be sure to check them out. It's free of charge. Just have to get permission from them. Put a little link in your description page. And that is done by Nick and D. Nimon. So we really appreciate that. The next one is Hunter Brown from the Houston Astros Future Stars card. Like I said, this is from the 2024 Topps Series 1 baseball card sets. And the next one is Gabriel Moreno from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Got more than one there. And the next one is Grayson Rodriguez from the Baltimore Orioles. And the next one from the New York Yankees, Anthony Vogt. Top loader. And the next one, we have another Hunter Brown from the Houston Astros. Hey, the next one here is Logan O'Hoppe, or Hope, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is from the Los Angeles Angels, with their new manager, Ron Washington, former Atlanta Braves third base coach. A really good coach, and I hope he does well with the Los Angeles Angels. And the next card is Christopher Morel from the Chicago Cubs. We'll see how the Cubs do this year. They have a new manager. And let's see, that's Morel. Now we have last card is Bo Naylor from the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians has a new manager this year. See how they perform under him. And that is the 12 cards that I'm listing. What I normally do, first off, if I remember, I know on one of the cards that I sold, I forgot to flip it, or it can be seen a little bit better. But on most of these, as far as the front of the card, I always, on my eBay listings, I will show both the front and back of the card. But all these look like they're fine as far as the front. Now what I'll do is I will just flip the back cards, or it can be seen a lot easier when you're viewing it in my eBay store. I'll do that here. It's one thing nice about the Epson. And then once I get all this done, I like to save it to my my computer. That way, if I need the image for something, like in any advertising, like put it on Instagram or Twitter or something like that, I've got the image. The new vote, Hunter Brown. Christopher Morel. And Bo Naylor. And that does me kind of scroll up to us to double check myself. Now what I will do, I will save these to either to my hard drive or external drive. Hit save. And then I will go to it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make a new folder. For sure. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I think you can see what I'm doing. So this is March the 14th. And this is Future Stars. So this is Tops. I don't know what that was. Series 1. Okay, let me make sure I do this right. Folder there. Now I will just make a few changes. This is going to be Future Stars. All right, and now we will save that. That'll take a little bit of time there. Not too much time, since there's just actually 24 images. So we can see there all the images are being saved to the folder. So if I need them at any time, I can get them. Okay, now what we will do, we will go to Card Dealer Pro, which we're at. I'm going to kind of refresh it just to make sure they hadn't made any updates in the last 30 minutes. We've been streaming here for about 44 minutes. And let's see how quick we can do this. If everything's in the database, it shouldn't take too long. So what we want to do, we want to go to our batch section on Card Dealer Pro. That is on the far left. You'll see a house, which is the home. And right under it is the batches. Click on batch. And then over at the top right, you will see add batch. So we will click that. Now I have already got some templates for these future stars already created. So I've got them here. This is the title for the future stars and the description. So next I will go to the sport, which will be baseball. And then I will just name this. Just give it a unique name. And I usually just start off with the date that I'm listing. So it'd March the 14th, 2024, and I will just call it Future Stars. And that'll be good. Good there. Then down at the bottom, I will hit continue. Now, basically, here's your condition. Most of these, especially if I just get them out of the pack, brand new, I usually use near mint or better. And I don't worry about the purchase date or the purchase price as far as right here. Sale price on these, I'm going to go $2.99. Then I'm going in the box field here. I have back here is where I have all my inventory. I've got a lot of boxes, like box 1, box 2. I've got all the way up right now 8 boxes. So this is going to be box 8. And then let me see what tab number. I'm going to put these in tab 14. Tab 14. And then you can put a batch description. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But since we're live here, we'll skip that part. And what we'll do then is down at the very bottom, we will hit create batch. And then I will click on the far left, I will click on magic scan. Okay, they changed update this a little bit. Okay, so if we happen to have a graded card, we would click right here. But since just about all the cards I do is going to be the raw, not graded, you'll click that, scroll down, and I scan the front and back. If you're just showing just the front, then you will use this one. So what I'll do is just click on where you see the front and back sides, click it, and then it says to drop files or click to upload. I'm going to upload them. And I need to go to the correct folder. Okay. And I'm going to go to, I've got it under my folders called Baseball Card Scans 2024. Double click on that and I will go down to that file that I created, which is March the 14th, 2024. I will click that. And now you see all the images that I'm going to upload. So I will highlight all of them. And then always when you're naming your cards, when you scan them, always the front and back you'll have 1, 2. You want them to be in sequential order. And that will save you a whole lot of issues that you will have when you upload them if you will do that. Just remember that. Then I'm going to hit open. Since I've highlighted all the cards I'm going to list, I'm going to highlight and then let Card Dealer Pro do its magic. Since it's just 12 cards, this should not take very long. Okay. I've done that. Then once it says 12 out of 12 or how many cards that you've done, when it's completed, now hit continue down at the bottom. And let's see what we've got. So it looks like it's done a pretty good job. Few mistakes, since these are just the regular tops. It's not like a rainbow foil or a gold or the yellow. The yellow is from the if you get them from Fanatics, that is in the value boxes or the blaster boxes, what they used to call them, but they're called value boxes. If you get them from Fanatics, they have a yellow border on some of their inserts. So that's what the yellow is. So I will have to edit some of these. And it's not the way I do it, makes it a little bit easier. So the first thing that I always do, up at the top, right now we're in the inspector mode of Car Dealer Pro 2.0. What I'm going to do is go to the spreadsheet, which they call it the overview. So I click the overview field. And then now what I'll do, scroll all the way over. And the first thing I like to do, of course, this is just me. You'll have your own way of doing things. But in the SKU field, this will let me know when somebody buys the card, lets me know where the card is located. That's where we put it, where it can be seen when we get the order. It will have the SKU field on our version of the order form, not on what the customer gets, but what we see. So what I normally do is I'm going to go to our listings and I'll just copy and paste our last SKU field and then kind of edit it a little bit. That's this one here. Copy it there, and now I'm going to go back to Car Dealer Pro. What I do, I'm going to in the field column, I'm going to fill it. So what I do, I hit the SKU, and then I will set all SKUs to the same value. That's what I use. And then just paste what you just copied. And I'll change a few things on here. Actually doing it. Listing it on the 14th. And still using box 8, tab 14. Then what I'll do, I will fill selected. Then you can X out of it. And as you see, it has filled for all the cards. All of these will be in the same box under the same tab. That's the first thing that I normally do. Now, the next thing that I like to do is these here under the subset parallel. These are usually when they're a special card, like it's got a yellow border, a gold border, or if it's got a serial number. These are not the exact regular base cards. So all that we have are the base Future Stars cards. So what I'm going to do, as you see under the attributes, those that have a serial number, what we want to do is kind of get rid of those. So what I do, I just start and highlight and I delete them and go to sometimes it takes a little bit to highlight the whole thing. Do that. I've tried where I could just do the whole thing, but a lot of times when there's a lot of different ones, it won't allow you to erase it really quick. So lately I've just been having to do it this way. Then if you don't have a lot of them, it's not too bad. Okay. This one's, Car Dealer Pro isn't perfect. But especially like when a series has just come out, a lot of them may not be. You may have to do a lot of it. But usually within a week or so, they get most of them in the database. I find out doing it this way through their spreadsheet part. Is, especially if you're used to working with spreadsheets, to me, it's a lot easier. So now what I'll go over to the attributes column, and I will do away with the serial number. Just hit the X beside it. And that takes care of that. Now what I want to do, there's another way you can go to the inspector and do some of this, but some of the things that I like to do, I find it a lot quicker for me to use the spreadsheet thing. So what I will do is, it's got the years right, 2024, the brand's right, is tops. And then we'll have what I'm going to try. Now, I want to kind of go back to see how I'd done it on the ones I've done earlier on these future stars. If I actually put top series 1 in the title, okay, or not. Let me make sure. So a lot of times you don't have room to put everything. Let me see how I did it. Search. Yep, I put top series 1, I believe. Yes, that's what I thought I did, but I just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to make a mistake. Okay, so what I'll do, I will change in the set. I will, instead of just having tops 24, the 2024 tops, I'm going to put 2024 tops series 1. So if anybody on eBay is searching for tops series 1, that's what they put. This will help get them to find my listing a little bit easier. So let me put that in, 2024 tops series 1. And then later, if I need to do some editing, I can in the title part. If there's one thing with eBay on their titles, they're just allowed 80 characters. So some of these, like when the team has a long name like San Francisco Giants, Los Angeles Dodgers, like that, may have to kind of edit just a little bit. Okay, now you see that we've got that done. Now the next thing, what I will do in the attributes column, I'm going to type in future stars. So that will actually, when you go to an eBay listing, and you'll see in the item specifics under the features field, what is in the features field is what's going to be in the attribute field here on Card Dealer Pro 2.0. So, and then in the variation field over here, what is in the, I think, parallels in the item specifics, that is what we would put under the parallel field. But I'm not going to be using that field for these cards, just the attributes. And on this one, I can fill it in really quick. And I'm going to put future stars. Like that there, then fill. And there you see, it's all there. Now, the next thing, kind of look. What I now do is go over to the far left and look and see if anything in the title field is in red. If it's in red, that means there's too many characters. So let's see. So there's nothing in red. That's good. So I won't have to edit anything in the title. One thing is good. What I did on this one, in my template, I omitted a lot of times if there's enough room in the title, I will use like baseball card at the end. But on this one, because I'm adding future stars in the title, and then I've got the team name. Then if I put baseball card on probably half of them, I'd have to take it out anyway. So in my template, I don't have it in there. So that's one good thing with templates. It kind of does the work for you. So let's kind of scroll, see if there's anything else before I get ready to download this so I can upload it to eBay. I will check just to make sure the name and the card number is correct. But before I do that, over here you can kind of see what it's going to look like. So if I click there, and this is how the description looks like. And I told you wrong this is on the description. On the description, I do have baseball card on it, but on the title, I do not. And I put in more information in the description than a lot of people do. The reason I do that, it kind of protects me and everything. And they may say, well, you didn't put that in your listing. Well, I did. They just didn't, a lot of the customers that are looking, they look at hopefully the picture. Some don't. And the item specifics. But I try to put everything that they need to have. It will be in the description. I always put the name of the card, the card number, the type of card it is. This is a Future Stars card. Let them know how it is shipped. We use a PWE. That's, you don't know what PWE is, it's plain white envelope using the eBay standard envelope program. And I let them know here. I know we have a lot of problems where it takes a little bit longer than, if you were to send it through the post office ground advantage program. If you want ground advantage, get it a little bit quicker, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. I offer free shipping on the PWEs. But I let them know, please allow up to 2 weeks for delivery. Typical delivery times range from 3 to 14 days. Most of the time, it's not going to take that long, but for some, it will. Also, I let them know that orders that say delivered, when they go and track their order, when it says delivered, it can also mean your post office has received it. From there, it can take, I put 3 to 7 days. Hopefully, it won't take that long. But if they happen to look at the description, it's there for me. And I let them know about our coupon. We have buy 3 or more cards and receive a 30% discount at checkout. Also, remember to use the add to cart button instead of buy it now. And also, discounts does not apply to accepted offers. So if you send me an offer, eBay does not allow you to use a coupon when you've already given them a discount when they send an offer. And that's eBay's policy, not mine. And I always put in C card scans for condition of the card, and also to use the zoom tool to look a little bit closer. And I put in all that information. I know most people do not, but it's there just for my protection. If there's a problem, eBay can see this and rule in my favor if there's a problem. So that's just a little tip there. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to do, like I said earlier, I want to double check. I know most people don't do this, but just in case I missed something where Car Dealer Pro made a mistake or I made a mistake, we can just double check. I just go through Gabriel Marino, it's card number 268. Yuri Perez is number 197. Grayson Rodriguez is card number 111. Bo Naylor is card number 191. Hunter Brown is card number 30. Then Gabriel Marino again, card number 268. Scroll up a little bit. Then Grayson Rodriguez again, card number 111. Anthony Vope, card number 180. Hunter Brown again, card number 30. Logan O'Hope, card number 298. Christopher Morel, card number 128. And then Bo Naylor again at card number 191. So everything is correct. So that's about all that we have to do as far as in the spreadsheet. Now, the last thing that we will do is go back to the inspector tab. I'll go up to the top there, and then what I do is they like you to mark as ready to list. All the cards that you're going to be listing in eBay, they're ready to list. So let's mark them. That's what we're going to do there. Just click mark as ready to list. Go through all of them until it hits 0. Okay, everything's ready. Now, I'm ready to export, but I need a little information. I put these in a particular category in my store. Some people don't deal with store categories, but when I set it up, I started using it, so that's what I do. So if you do that, you need to put in your category so it will show up there. So what you do in the Seller Hub, you go to Store and then go down to Store Categories. And then mine, I will go to Baseball Sports Cards. And right now, since a lot of times if I do just a particular team, I will choose the team category. But if not, I will choose, like on these will be Topps baseball cards. All of these are Topps. So I will click the category. There's a category number for every category that you have. So I will highlight that and copy it. And then I will go back to Car Dealer Pro. Then what I do is you see the green button right here. We export the cards. I'm going to click that one time. Then I'm going to hit Export Ready to List Cards. Click that. Then I'm going to edit the listing template because I've got to put in the category number. Click that. And then right here, this blue, Add Custom Store Category. Then highlight the category number. Then I will paste the category number. Now we'll scroll down. On this particular one, let me make sure on, trying to remember on these here if I had where they could do an offer. This is 2024 future. Hit search. And on the $2.99, I do have best offers. So that's what I thought, but I just wanted to double check. Okay, so I've got fixed price, I got the sale price. I'm going to allow best offers. A lot of times when you set up this, most of these will stay what I'd already set it up. And I don't do anything about where it automatically accepts. I like to do that myself. Make live immediately. Using the eBay standard envelope program, I have a 1-day handling. A lot of people don't like to use that, but it can give you just a little bit better discount on your final value fees. So keep that in mind. And offer free shipping. If you don't offer free shipping, I use it on most, especially on low end cards. Because when you start buying more than one card and you charge shipping, they charge shipping on each one that you do. Say you charge 75 cents. They'll charge, even you buy 3 cards, they're going to charge you 75 cents 3 times. And if you buy a good bit of cards, the customer is not too happy. So remember that. That's why on low end, that's why most eBay sellers and trading cards, free shipping just makes it a lot easier. You just got to kind of work it into your price. So it's free shipping, and so I'm located in Centerton, Arkansas. I do accept returns. That just helps promote on cards and stuff. I mean, even if I'd say 95% of the time they're not going to return it. It just helps your getting seen by on eBay. If I let them do it within 30 days. I will refund it. And that's all I got there. So I'm going to save the changes. And now I'm ready to download this Excel file. I will download it. And it is downloaded right here. I think you can see that. And then what I will do, I will go over to my seller hub on eBay and scroll all the way over here. You see payments, you see research. The next field is reports. Go down a little bit and hit uploads. It gets started. Then go over to the number 3 column where it's proceed to upload, and then we're going to upload that file to eBay. We're going to choose the file, and it's going to be in my downloads. And I have it set up so the last one that I downloaded is right up at the top. So I'll double click that, and it's going to start the upload progress on eBay. So we'll just wait and let that upload. And then we'll need to make a few changes. Since there was just 12 cards, that didn't take very long. So we X out of that. And then scroll back up, and what we want to do is click on the field listings. And then we will scroll down here. And I want to look at all the, I go to my category, baseball sports cards, and I'll hit search. And then I will look at the field that says promoted listing standard eligible. So when you do it in Car Dealer Pro, as far if you want to promote on eBay, you have to do that in the seller hub. So I'll click on that. So I know that I did 12 cards. So I know that should say 12. Occasionally it's a little slow in grabbing all what you uploaded. Sometimes you may have to wait a few minutes. So you just keep on refreshing until you do that. So these are the 12 cards that I just uploaded. Now what I want to do is I want to promote it. Then I want to make a change. I want to exclude a couple of locations that I don't want to send them to, because over the past I've had some issues, and I've just decided to exclude from shipping to those particular places. So what I do is click on the actions button here that will highlight all of the cards. I go up to edit. I edit selected. And then I will hit this again to highlight all of them if doing. And there's a lot of things here that if you want to edit, you can. But as far as the bulk edit, the first thing that I do, I exclude some locations. And what I'm going to do under the domestic, I will hit change to, and these three right here are the ones that I've had issues in the past. The main thing is Puerto Rico. That's the main thing. So I've had issues where they use the Puerto Rico address and not the United States address. And you can do it, but you can't do it through the eBay standard envelope program a lot of the times, and you're not able to track. If you can't track it, then eBay will kind of penalize you a little bit. So, and that's why I do it. I ship. I used to ship a lot of Roberto Clemente cards to Puerto Rico, but we were just having issues having to go back with customers. You can just put a couple of stamps on it. It'll get there, all right, but we're not able to track, and that will hurt our ratings with eBay. So I just made the decision just to, when I list cards, just to exclude them. So what you do, you highlight them, then hit apply. And then what I want to do is do the promoted. And you scroll all the way down to promoted listing. And the ones that are over, usually somewhere around $2.99 and up, I promote. Those that are where I just make a little bit on, I kind of stop promoting them. But on this one, I'm going to update promoted listing. I'm going to click on ad rate. I'm going to apply a single ad rate because all of them are going to be the same, so it's be a lot easier. And I do, you have to make the decision what percent you want to do it on. And that this is only when they click an order from one that is sponsored. If they click on your regular one where it's not a sponsored listing, then you won't be charged. But I've had good luck with 13.1. I know to a lot of people out there that's too much, but it can get up higher and to be seen. A lot of people on your price of your cards, a lot of them are not going to buy just the cheapest. Some will, and that's fine. But a lot of people will look at your rating. Are you a top seller, top rated seller, or top rated seller plus seller? We, as far as in our cards, we sell other things besides trading cards, but in our trading cards, we are a top rated seller plus. And that means a lot to a lot of the customers. And then for those that are repeat customers, they've seen how we ship, how it will get there, the way it gets there. It's not damaged or anything like that. So that's why I have a little bit higher rate. I've had good luck. I've done experiments throughout this. I've been on a little bit over a year now. Starting back doing especially baseball cards is mainly what I do. I do have a few football and basketball, but this rate seems to do well. I've tried without it. I've tried doing like 3%, 5%, 9%, and 13.1%. And I sell a lot more cards when I do 13.1%. But that's a decision. You have to crunch the numbers for yourself and see what works for you. So I'm at 13.1%. I will hit save and then I will apply it. Now, you're not done yet. So you're finishing all your edits, and you want to double check just to make sure on the promoted all the way over. And you see all of these have the promoted ad rate of 13.1%. And then down at the right bottom corner, you'll hit submit all, and then you'll hit submit again. And now they are live, and you can double check. Okay, there was one here that did not do it. So what you can do, hit refresh to see if that does it. It does. Now, if it happened to not do it, you could probably click refresh again, or you can go in and edit that single listing. If you're going to edit on a single listing, eBay, I don't believe allows you to use the bulk. You'll have to go in and edit that particular listing, and not hard to do at all. But now I go and I'll just click listings again, and that'll bring up all the most recent listings that I have. Takes a little bit to load. And now it is uploaded. And once you go to your store, it may take just a little bit for it to pop up and everything. And that's all you have to do to create listings through Card Dealer Pro 2.0. I know I kind of go a little bit slow, but I want, especially for those that are new to it, I like to go slow, where you can see. I know a lot of people may do this very same thing. They may go faster, but a lot of times when you're first starting out, and especially if you're coming from the regular Card Dealer Pro, and now you're trying to learn the differences in the 2.0, it took me about a week to learn everything. But I want those that are learning it, I like to go slow and give you every detail, and I hope that helps for those that are going to be listing baseball cards, football, basketball. They are really, Card Dealer Pro is really adding. I think they're working on Pokemon. Last I heard, I'm not sure if it's completed or not, but they're going to be adding more as time goes by. So this is going to be a great program for those of us, or especially if it's low end cards, you've got a lot to list. It really is going to help us where we can list more and list it faster. So that's what I have as far as I've shipped out a few cards to show you how I do it. You may have another system. You may think how I do it is too slow, and that's fine. Whatever works for you. You need to have a system. Whatever works for you, do it. That's what's best for you. This is how I do it. It's what's best for me because I have a system in how I do it. And I hope this can help you. My plan is to do live streams a good bit and doing this same thing. Listing cards where you can see what I sell. I may not show you everything that I sell, especially when I've got a lot of cards to ship out, but just a few to let you see, let new people, when they come in, where they can see how to ship cards, how to list cards on Card Dealer Pro. I also talk a little bit about the Atlanta Braves. I'm a big fan of the Atlanta Braves all my life since I was in first grade back in 1974. If you're a Braves fan, go Braves. Looking forward to the season. And like I said, if you were with us at the very beginning of the live stream, excuse me there, the Atlanta Braves made a signing, and I've got a little, so yeah, there we go. Made a signing with Adam Duvall, former Brave, a couple of times. He was with them when they won the World Series. I believe he might have been injured too, if I'm got the right year, but he signed for $3 million on a 1-year contract. Great work by Alex Anthopoulos, the Braves general manager, getting him at this ridiculous low price. But that's one thing that Alex Anthopoulos does a great job, is getting deals for the Atlanta Braves. And he will be platooning with Jared. I'm not going to pronounce it right, but it's Kelnick. Used to be with the Seattle Mariners. They made a trade for him. Actually, the two that they traded to the Mariners have already had to have Tommy John surgery. So far, that's been a trade win for the Atlanta Braves. But Adam Duvall will be platooning. Of course, Jared Kelnick is a left-handed hitter. Adam Duvall is a right-handed hitter. So he will be platooning, and he will be facing, whenever there's a left-handed starter, he will be starting. And he could probably whenever Marcell Ozuna needs a day off from the DH, he could do that. He has played some first base. I know they've been testing Marcell Ozuna over at first base during the spring training. So between them, and just in case Matt Olson needs a day off or happens to get injured, they do have some backup with that. As far as I know, they're early in spring training. I know Forrest Wall and I believe Eli White were battling for this position. They still may get a roster spot, but it looks like that Adam Duvall will probably take that. And with Ronald Acuna Jr. having a little issues with his knee, he was finally back in the lineup today and looked fairly well. So they're going to go easy with Ronald. If they need to give him a day off, Adam can fill that role. So if you're a Braves fan, that's great news, having Adam Duvall back as a member of the Atlanta Braves baseball club. If you follow a different team, I've got baseball cards from all the other teams. I don't list as many Braves because I do collect the Atlanta Braves baseball cards, especially the base cards and stuff like that. Inserts I normally will put on in my eBay store. So in closing, thank you for stopping by the live. If you're watching the replay, appreciate you. Let me know what team you are following in the comment section. Are you an Atlanta Braves fan? Are you a Los Angeles Dodgers fan? Looking at their big signing of Shohei Ohtani. That should be really exciting. And the Dodgers have former Atlanta Braves, Freddie Freeman, looks like Jason Hayward, will most likely make the team once again. Those are two really good players, especially for clubhouse chemistry. They are really good for the Dodgers, and wish them the best, except when they play the Atlanta Braves. So that's about what I have. We'll be going live again, doing the same thing. Just check out our eBay store. Just scan the QR code. You can pause. If you're watching on the replay, just pause it and then scan the code, or the link is in the description below. Check out all the baseball cards. I've got, like I said, close to 10,000 baseball cards. So anything that you can do to help me and help our eBay store to help promote our eBay store or our YouTube channel, Baseball Card Flipper. I hope to maybe do, when the season starts, maybe doing a little, just some play-by-play of some games while I watch it on TV. I can't show it, the TV part, due to copyright restrictions, but that's what I enjoy, just having a little fun, talking to Braves fans or whoever we're playing fans. Just keep it where it's not dirty or anything, and just enjoy the game of baseball, which I do. So until our next live stream, or occasionally we'll do some videos, but I kind of like to do live stream where I don't have to edit, where we can just talk about baseball cards and baseball in general. Anything you'd like to talk about, just let me know if you're in the live stream. Let me know what you'd like to talk about. If you've got any news about either the Atlanta Braves or any other team, I believe I think they just released, I just thought about this, they just released Bally, the Atlanta Braves schedule that will be on. I believe they will be doing, between the two Bally's, around 151 telecast, as far as on the TV side. Doing 151. They've made some changes. Jeff Francoeur will be doing a few of the games, but he's kind of stepping back, not doing as many. Basically to spend more time with his family, and happy for him and Katie and all his kids, and that he's able to do that. CJ Nikowski will be doing the bulk of the color analyst spot. He used to play. He played for the Atlanta Braves, I believe, a couple of years. If you ever listen to MLB Radio Network, he is on there during the weekdays, just about every day. I don't know what his schedule will be during the baseball season, but he is on there. I think it's Loud Outs is the name of the show that he's on. I could be wrong on that, but he had been with the Texas Rangers on I believe it was the TV side. But he's back. He lives in Atlanta, so we're happy to have him. Of course, I know Paul Bird. We're thinking that he might come back, but as of right now, he hadn't made a decision. So as far as right now, he will not be back. The one thing that will not be back, the way it's looked, Kelly Kroll, Braves reporter, was not listed as one of the Braves reporters. I think they've added a couple other, but you can go to Twitter X and to the Bally's post, and it's got that. I believe they did that today. Those that will be taking part of the Bally television broadcast. Of course, on radio, Ben Ingram, Joe Simpson for the most part, Then we'll be doing the play-by-play. The other radio broadcaster that was doing it before, Ben Ingram, and his name leaves me right now, but they chose not to bring him back. So it's basically going to be Ben Ingram and Joe Simpson, and I think they're going to have maybe a couple others to fill in. So those, as far as the Atlanta Braves broadcast, hopefully within a year or two they'll get all this blackout and all these problems solved with the regional network. Look forward to that. I live in Northwest Arkansas. I have to go through the MLB TV app to be able to see the Braves. And like when they play, like the St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals, Texas Rangers, and Houston Astros, that is in the regional part where I live. So even though they're playing in Atlanta, I'm not able to, it's blacked out. So if I want to see them, I have to go to the game, which me and my brother usually go, to St. Louis. And then if they're playing the Royals in Kansas City, we'll go there. And then if they're playing the Rangers, we'll go down to Arlington. Houston's a little further for us to go, but those are the three places that we go to. That's why if we could get this regional network problem solved, be nice where they could do away with the blackouts. I think fans would really, really enjoy that. But I hope to do a little, just have some fun doing some play-by-play and talking to Braves fans live, and then you can also see the replay. We'll try to get that up pretty soon. But I'm going to try to start doing live a lot more. I enjoy showing you dealing with baseball cards, selling and listing baseball cards on eBay, and kind of show you how I do it. Talk to the fans out there that enjoy baseball cards, and talking about Major League Baseball, especially the Atlanta Braves. Hope you enjoy the channel. Let me know if you do. If you're interested, just be sure to you can subscribe. As far as hitting the bell notification, that a lot of them are saying that not everybody gets them. So just check from time to time. Just do a search in the YouTube search bar. Just type in baseball card flipper, and if we're live, I'll try to do most of my lives at night. Sometimes I've tried during the day, and it seems like I have better luck at night. So appreciate you stopping by. And until next time, have a good rest of your Thursday night evening, and go Braves.